Yeah, like that is the main problem why why we just almost we almost second tried it. I just fucked up at the end, but besides that, we barely saw the Kress ever because we are on the move. They are on the move. They're spawning in once in a while, maybe a little bit further away from me. Could easily happen. And then they despawn again in like 10 seconds, you know? Yeah, or that, or you do that, you know, they actually have a permanent presence. You know? It just feels so fucking ass right now. It just feels so fucking ass right now. Because it just feels so outdated.
Hello.
It just feels so outdated. Garage model sex shop. Isn't that the exact same location we just had, by the way? Pretty sure it is. Not even new area for dogs, just use the fucking boat! I still don't understand it, why Easterman's like, oh yeah, we need that huge ass ship with all this fucking water, but then you're not using it! Like, bro! Boing!
Nasty, prudish, and short. They got my favorite philosopher all in one foul.
I didn't think this could get worse.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for time extenders. The giant is also currently not fully cooperating, so might as well stock up. You can't go far. It's just checking a hiding spot and going back. If I were to push there, it would be absolutely lethal.
Right this way.
Again, we're trying to get the thing to the bridge. I don't even know if that's a good play, but I want to get this like a little bit away. More centralized. Because I think that is a good idea. But then there's... Right. Bro, I'm getting stuck on everything. Right, we have the starting giant chasing a laundromat. That is amazing, honestly. Almost impressive. Yeah, I know, it would be the perfect time for like both Kress and Cole getting a touch up, but I don't know if they're gonna do it. That's like the thing. But then again, we also didn't think about, you know, wig reworks, and they came out of nowhere, so I'm not writing it off. I can't push now either because the Kress are there. I mean, if they wanna actually do a coil main trial in summer, they should buff coil. Otherwise, it's gonna be the most boring shit ever. I've said this before. Prime time will happen. My guess is like 2 to 3 weeks. That's my guess. Give or take. That's normally how it goes. Yeah, we like normally like 2 to 3 weeklies or something. Give or take. May release? Yeah, something like that. Like April 21st is when Scavenger ends, right? So there will be some weeklies in between. So we are in May, like in May. Yeah, it is confirmed. Yeah, Primetime is confirmed. The next event, they already talked about it in the roadmap and the anniversary. That Primetime will be the next event. Yeah. Something like early May, yeah. I hate that. I can't like put my hands on the thing right now.
I keep dreaming of father with his scalpels and tincture. Oh, there's nothing with
Lines about Lilia. Lilia's not gonna get voice lines in React to the Prime assets. They're always at this. Which is fair because it would be like very much out of character. I know people are very disappointed on that and called the devs lazy for it. Which is a very funny thing to call the devs lazy for, by the way. There's normally 3. Like, so far, it has been this season release, which is in spring, then in summer, and then the winter release. For some reason, the season in summer lasts a lot longer normally, because it goes into Halloween with Geister. Or at least so has it been, like, the last 2 years. So with, like, the live service model, has been like that. So...
Want some attention? Take the nipple!
Color me surprised, Kress in the fucking sex shop.
Just rub a little on my lips. I need it. You can have my money and anything your imagination desires.
I'm gonna hide.
Oh, mommy, I'm gonna be back.
Yeah, it could happen. It could happen. Maybe even this year we will learn that it will be 4 seasons per year, and the only reason we had 3 was because of the data breach. Maybe the big new thing is that it's gonna be 4 seasons instead of 3. But again, in season 2 we had the data breach shit happen. And like the September, at this point it was like September 2024. But the data breach happened. So maybe we're gonna learn, oh yeah, we're gonna aim for 4 seasons instead of 3. And we just had to spread it out a little bit because, you know, we had this security issue in the end of last year. Let's check the police station while we're here.
Watch those fingers.
I was only scratching an itch.
Not every fold in your neck is yours.
Every inch of my neck is yours. For that cut jokes me.
I can get another extend out of that. Yeah, they could do a mid-season in Geister or like season update even, yeah. Even though I feel mid-season, like an actual season update would be a bit late though. No, they spawned over there.
You see what I see?
Like they spawned there. Like this
Hello.
insertion gate. They didn't spawn in the dark. I just stealthed around them. Which, by the way, is... the thing is... Like, I agree with the Kress thing, but we also need to realize that, for example, this play I did right there is not an indicator that the Kress suck. Because I've also heard that some people then now make the argument, oh yeah, see, because you did the correct counterplay of, like, stealthing. That is why the Kress suck. Which is pretty fucking dumb. No, they didn't go to the sex shop, they went like in the police station. I was just hiding behind the counter because they went in. Even though looking at them, I expected them to go to the sex shop, to be fair, but they didn't. Let's go garage. I already placed that, so... Oh my god, the fucking... What is this pole? What the fuck? Bruh. Yeah, no, I fully expected some people to escalate things because they are like, oh my god, they're asking for fucking buffs, this and that, you know. Yeah, it will always be the joke. They're operating in the shadows. It makes sense why they're deployed this way and silence the idol. Again, my favorite one was still that one comment on my first Kress video when season 4 came out, who like said, oh yeah, that it makes sense for the Kress because the Kress are old, so it makes sense that they are slower movement speed. No, Blurian did not say that, no. There was like a YouTube comment as well. On like my first critic video of someone who always rabbles dumb shit, mind you.
Cuddly little slut. Don't look at me. Don't you?
Similar to someone like Rogue Agent, so... Right. But I always do countdown in my customs because that forces me to actually, you know, log in is maybe the wrong term, but like that forces me to do shit fast, you know, because otherwise we have something like the Lilia custom we did earlier where I literally hide in hiding spots and wait for the perfect enemy composition for them to align like I want to. Whereas with countdown I don't have the luxury. Like with countdown I am forced to be more active. You know? She might have as a reaction shot that we didn't see, and it was like off screen, no? For all we know. Upstairs. Like, just imagine if the variator actually made them a permanent presence on this map. Instead of being there for like 10 seconds, you know? Like Franco patrolling between the buildings. Like that would be an insane custom for this. It's just right now with them spawning in and out, it's kinda iffy, you know? Might get map for season 7. Again, there is a lot of hints that it might actually be Coil. Because they were like something people have been asking for a while, blah 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 blah. So it might be for him actually. Or like some hybrid or something. Either way, they need to make sure to buff Coil before that. Yeah, exactly. As I said, they need to buff Coil before they do that. Which again could happen in prime time. To like actually make it interesting, but again the way they phrase it, which again we still need to rewatch that shot. Hybrid. Like maybe they're doing like a Franco call trial, that is like a trial environment and a trial for both. You know, like a rivalry. I would still love to see something like that.
Bitch better have my money.
I'm actually hiding. Like Franco is probably gonna show up soon, right? So
Hello.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, just here insertion. Okay, there's insertion. How strong is DPN, Enraged, Franco, and KTP? I mean, pretty strong. With like all the sidelines.
How you build leaders. The aspirational patricides of the better class.
Franco thinks he can keep an honest man from making a living.
Definitely gonna grab this. Yeah, I will admit I haven't really experimented a whole lot with putting someone like Franco in shopping mall. So I'm not really, you know, I don't really know how that even feels like yet. Maybe someone wants to do a custom at some point.
Believe what you're gonna make baby do.
It's over there. This would have been so good. can't go out yet. Kress, by the way, also spawned, but again, it didn't really matter. Like, it's such a shame, because in concept, I think this custom could be very fucking strong and solid. It's just the variator structure of this. Not even the quest himself, it's just the variator structure itself is so bad still. Where, you know, because they are there for like 10 seconds. Either way, GG's though. GG's. What's the name? Yeah, it was A+. Yeah, this was very easy though. That was very easy. I really hope that they reconsider variators like these. I really hope they reconsider variators like these, personally. Because it would be so much more interesting if you have the variator for that prime asset, that you add them permanently on the map. Or like more or less, and they like follow you if you get too far away, for example. They will also follow you, similar to Jäger. Like, not quite, like they're obviously not tracking you as hard as someone like Lilia or Jäger. But at least, you know, have them present on the map. Because right now, they spawn in, they might go the other way, and then you can make arguments, oh, but the Kress aren't so good on this map. Every prime asset with this variator structure would have probably sucked. The Kress were the best case scenario, because they at least have the 360 vision. But like, if let's say you had double Franco on this, and they're like spawning it, like you have the second Franco spawn in, and you play like I did right there, and just, you know, play selfing around them for like 10 seconds until they leave, would have had the same result. Again, the only variator where this kind of changes up is Lilia right now, and I really hope down the line that, you know, the others are getting adjusted to it, because again, I feel it's so outdated. Like, Pitcher was so ahead of its time, you know. But no, but like the prime time variator and these is just very, very short.